Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So right here we have Luxurious car back for a coilover install. But look at that, damn. He just had his headlights retrofitted. So that's looking nice. But yeah, finally this car is gonna get slammed. Not too slammed because we don't wanna end up messing up the front bumper. Yep. And then back here we have BC Racing coilovers. Brand new. So these are going to be going on the car. We're also going to be doing a 370Z fog light insert right down there. And we're going to be changing the headlights to LEDs. So that instead of HIDs, they're going to be LEDs. Then we have 370Z rear fog light. Coilovers. So I'm guessing these are the springs that go in the bucket. Looks like it. And then we got the front coilover, the other front coilover, and the two rear shocks. Alright, so we got the first wheel removed. Bonos with the slotted rotors. Thought this color shit looks nice. So in order to get these off, we got the 3 bolts on the top that we have to open the hood up, and then we got this bracket that's in the way. So it's these 3 and this big nut right here. Remove the brake line. Oh, you got the braided lines, huh? For the brakes.
Upgraded brake lines.
Yeah, so you got the stainless steel braided lines instead of the rubber ones, which is actually recommended. You'll feel supposedly the difference in braking. So we're gonna get this out real quick and then we'll put in the new one. Comes out. So we're in the rear right here. So in order to get the spring out, you have to undo this bolt right here. And this comes out and you should be able to fold this downward to get this out. And then the shock is this bolt, and then you got the 2 top ones up there, one on each side. And then this whole shock should come out. Alright, so the one thing that you should know about the BC coilovers is in the rear is that they don't have the mounting point on the top right here. So you actually have to take it off the original one. And in order to get this nut off, you need some pliers holding this top section here, and then you just need a wrench to twist it off. Because if you try to twist the whole thing together, this top stud moves along with it. So you need pliers to hold this and a wrench to undo this. So that's what we're going to be doing real quick, and then we'll be taking this off and putting it on this one. All right, so before we finish bolting that up and bolting it up from here, we're going to take the spring bucket out. So this bolt right here, get this shock out of the way and put in the new setup. Alright, this side is done. Now we're just gonna put the wheel back on and jump over to the other side. right, so there we have it. This side is done as well. Now we're gonna jump off over to this side. As you guys can tell, look at that wheel gap. All right, so now we got this side done. Look at that, the wheel gap's so much smaller now when it's up in the air compared to how it was. So let's drop the car, check it out, see how low it gets. Damn, it's definitely a lot lower than what it was. All right, so we're gonna start wiring up the 370Z fog light, and the wires have to run in through here. Actually, this little opening right there is rubber seal where we should be able to run the wires through. So we got the light right here. We need to remove the mesh grill from here because this is exactly where it's gonna go, right there. So we're gonna remove the mesh grill. We're gonna end up trimming it into shape so it still covers the sides. All right, so we got the light fixed in place now. So it's under pressure and it got caught behind the diffuser right there. So this thing is not coming out anymore. And then we put the brackets back on the bottom right here. These bolts where you can see them. And back here. So these brackets are back on. And it's fully secured right in place. So then these wires need to be fed through right here. So we're gonna loosen this up and push it inward or outward, whichever way is easier. And we're gonna feed the wires in through here. All right, so we got the wires feeding through right there. So now we just gotta figure out which one does what. Yep. Put it in reverse. Alright, so there we have it. Everything is wired up. So the white goes with the black with white stripe, black with black. Green goes with green and yellow stripe, and then the red goes with the green with the red stripe. So there you guys have it. Car's back on the ground. There we have it. Yeah. Jumping on to putting the LEDs. So we're gonna check right now, make sure these do fit the way they're supposed to. All right, so here we have it. We got it all wired up. Got the LED right here. Came with these two little connections. I actually had these blue ones, so I cut them off from the one that goes to the ballast. So leave your ballast on, but undo the plug. We aren't even going to use this anymore, so we cut the plug off. Later on we could always put this back on if we have to, but I cut it off, and then we put these connections so it bolts right in like that. So right now we're going to test it, make sure it works. All right, so car is slammed now. We're about to do first test drive. Make sure Everything's good to go. Yep. Test drive, and we hear the fender liner scraping.
Damn, is this how I drive, bro? I get scared because I feel like you're biting too much into there. I feel like you're gonna hit something. I get scared. Wait.
Alright guys, so there we have it. That is going to be the end of today's video. It's a huge shout out to Licture. We're eating some In-N-Out right here, but huge shout out to Licture to coming by, get the coilovers installed. So that is going to be the end of today's video, guys. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.